नमस्कार दोस्तों, स्वागत है आपका की न्यूज़ 24/7 में। तो चलिए देखते हैं आज की हेडलाइंस। पार्लियामेंट रो कंप्लेंट रजिस्टर्ड अगेंस्ट केजरीवाल एंड खारगे ओवर alleged inciteful remarks against President Murmu. A complaint has been filed against Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal, Congress President Mallikarjun Kharge, and several others for allegedly making inciteful comments on President Draupadi Murmu's caste while remarking on the inauguration of the new parliament building, news agency ANI reported. The complaint accused Kejriwal, Kharge, and others of creating enmity among the communities and distrust for the government of India in order to achieve their political goals. According to ANI, the complaint was filed under Section 121, 153A, 505, and 34 of the Indian Penal Code. The development happens after the Supreme Court rejected a public interest litigation (PIL) urging President Murmu to inaugurate the new parliament building instead of Prime Minister Narendra Modi. The petition came amid an escalating confrontation between the BJP-led centre and some 20 opposition parties over who should inaugurate the new parliament building. Prime Minister Narendra Modi is scheduled to inaugurate the building on May 28. 20 opposition parties have decided to boycott the ceremony of protest, the sidelining of the president. In a joint statement on Wednesday, 19 political parties said, "When the soul of democracy has been sucked out of parliament, we find no value in a new building." Poet Mohammad Iqbal, who wrote "Sare Jahan Se Acha," dropped from DU Political Science syllabus. Delhi University's Academic Council has passed the motion to remove a chapter on Pakistan national poet Mohammad Iqbal from the political science syllabus. Mohammad Iqbal wrote the famous patriotic song "Sare Jahan Se Acha," often credited with giving birth to the idea of Pakistan. Muhammad Allama Iqbal was born in 1877 in undivided India. Officials said that the chapter titled "Modern India Political Thought" was a part of the Bachelor of Arts BA 6th semester paper. Centre slashes state's borrowing capacity again. The state once again is starting at a major financial crisis after the centre slashed Kerala's borrowing capacity by almost Rs 8,000 crore for the ongoing financial year. With the centre's latest decision, the state can borrow only a maximum of Rs 15,390 crore for the first 9 months of the ongoing financial year. Kerala has already borrowed Rs 2,000 crore for disbursing salaries and pensions, which forms the state's biggest expenses. In effect, the state can borrow only up to Rs 13,390 crore from the stated period for meeting various expenses. Last year, the state was allowed to borrow Rs 23,000 crore. The state has been maintaining that the centre's discriminatory approach towards Kerala has been smoothing the state. In February this year, the state had received a communique from the centre that its borrowing limit for the last quarter of the last financial year has been limited to Rs 937 crore by cutting down the expected limit by Rs 2,700 crore. Though the norm said that the state can borrow up to a maximum of 3% of the GDP, the centre has also included the resources raised through KIIFB and the Kerala Social Security Pension Limited under the state's borrowing, thereby reducing the limit of the state further borrowing capacity. As per Article 293(3) of the Constitution, the state cannot, without the union government consent, raise any loan if there is still outstanding part of a loan, which has been made to the state by the centre or in respect of which a guarantee has been given by the centre. Meanwhile, Financial Minister K.N. Balagopal came with a strong criticism against the centre. He said the centre has been trying to strangulate the state in whatever way possible. He said the centre had permitted the state to raise Rs 32,442 crore this year at the beginning of the current financial year. However, it has been reduced to Rs 15,390 crore now. The reduction is in addition to cutting down of Rs 10,000 crore as grant. The people of the state should keep aside their political differences and oppose this move together for protecting the state's interest, he said. World's slowest student finally graduates at 71. Arthur Rose, a 71-year-old man, has achieved a significant milestone by completing his Bachelor of Arts degree from the University of British Columbia UBC after an astonishing 54-year journey. Rose is a record holder for the longest time taken to graduate from a university. India officials drains entire dam to retrieve phone. A government official in India has been suspended after he ordered his behavior to be drained to retrieve his phone. It took 3 days to pump millions of liters of water out of the dam after Rajesh Vishwas dropped the device while taking a selfie. By the time it was found, the phone was too waterlogged to work. Mr. Vishwas claimed it contained sensitive government data and needed retrieving, but he has been accused of misusing his position. The food inspector dropped his Samsung phone worth about $1200 of rupees 1 lakh into Kharge Dam in the central Indian state of Chhattisgarh on Sunday. After local drivers failed to find it, he paid for a diesel pump to be brought in, Mr. Vishwas said in a video statement quoted in Indian media. He said he had verbal permission from an official to drain some water into a nearby canal, adding that the official said it would in fact benefit the farmers who would have more water. The pump can for several days, emptying out roughly 2 million liters, 440,000 gallons of water, reportedly enough to irrigate 6 square kilometers, 600 hectares of farmland. His mission was stopped when another official from the Water Resource Department arrived following a complaint. Higher yields attract $756 billion investment into cash funds so far this year. Investors have poured $756 billion into cash fund this year, attracted by juicy yields and driven by concern about banks. Bank of America said in a note on Friday. The rush into money market funds continued in the week to Wednesday with $23.1 billion flowing into the cash-like instruments, according to BOFA, which cited figures from financial data company EPFR. Rising interest rates have pushed up the yields available on money market funds, mutual funds that invest in highly liquid short-term debt such as the issued by governments. US lawyer demands making Diwali a national holiday introduces legislation. The Diwali Day Act, when passed by the Congress and signed into law by the President, a prominent American lawmaker has introduced the bill in the US Congress to declare Diwali the Festival of Lights, a federal holiday, a move welcomed by different communities from across the country. Diwali is one of the most important days of the year for billions of people across the globe, and for countless families and communities in Queens, New York, and United States. Congresswoman Grace Meng told reporters during a viral news conference here soon after including the bill in the House of Representatives on Friday. The Diwali Day Act, when passed by the Congress and signed into law by the President, would make the Festival of Light the 12th federally recognized holiday in the United States. Establishing a federal holiday for Diwali Day off, it would allow families and friends to celebrate together and demonstrate that the government values the diverse cultural makeup of the nation, the Congresswoman said. Final IPL match between Chennai Super King and Gujarat Titans. Who will win tomorrow's IPL match? The Indian Premier League 2023 started with Gujarat Titans GT facing Chennai Super King CSK at the Narendra Modi Stadium in Ahmedabad, and it will end in the same manner as two teams will clash into the final of the Indian Premier League. Can MS Dhoni manage to win his fifth title as captain and eventually equal Rohit Sharma's record, or will Hardik Pandya become the third skipper to lift the cup in two successive years? Well, it's a harder question to answer as the players of both teams are in magnificent or more form the moment. In Qualifier 2, GT opener Shubman Gill wreaked havoc, scoring 129 runs off just 60 deliveries against Mumbai Indians, and with that the 23-year-old managed to hit his third century in his last 4 matches. Sai Sudarshan took look in great form, while the ball Mohammad Shami managed to pick up 2 wickets, while Mohit Sharma once again was in brilliant form, picking up his maiden 5 for this season. IMD predicts thunderstorm gusty winds in several Odisha districts. The maximum temperature is likely to be around 42 degrees Celsius at 1 or 2 places over the district of interior Odisha during next 5 days. Several districts in Odisha are experiencing intense heat and thunderstorm activities for the past couple of days. The Indian Meteorological Department IMD on Saturday predicted that there will be no large change in the maximum temperature over the districts of Odisha. The maximum temperature is likely to be around 42 degrees Celsius at 1 or 2 places over the district of interior Odisha during next 5 days. Weather forecast and warning. Thunderstorm with lightning and gusty surface wind speed reaching 40 to 50 km per hour very likely to occur at one or two places over the districts of Baleshwar, Bhadrak, Jajpur, Kendrapada, Cuttack, Jagatsinghpur, Keonjhar, Mayurbhanj and Khordha. Thunderstorm with lightning very likely to occur at one or two places over the district of Puri, Nayagarh, Ganjam, Gajapati, Sundargarh, Anugul, Dhenkanal, Kandhamal, Rayagada and Koraput. ऐसे ही और न्यूज़ को जानने के लिए जुड़े रहिए के न्यूज़ 24/7 के साथ।